Hey y'all, I wasn't going to come on until 8 o'clock and it just turned 8. I looked in here and there was DM, Steak 59, Sandra Ann McGibbon, the great dirtbag, the great patriot. Got Rebel Jack in here. People, y'all jumped in here before I even got started, six string gunner. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. It's hard for me to tell sometimes if you're male or female, but freedom is not free. How are you doing, my friend? Always good to see you. There's a lot of stuff going on tonight. I've got some. Oh, DM, you always do more than your part. I know you're talking to the great dirtbag, but you always do more. Oh, the notification came early. Okay, I didn't know that. That's YouTube. I didn't do anything to send it, but I'm here now. So we're all gathered in here, and we've got battery addiction and Propis is in here. Good to see you. I haven't seen you before, I don't think. And the more people I get in here that I don't know, the better it is. Because people, I enjoy doing this, and the more friends that I make, the better I feel about it. You know, I do this because I love it. I don't do it because of a need inside of me or anything like that. You know, I do feel like I have a calling, and my calling is to get the truth out. But YouTube has given me this platform, and I have you great people supporting me, and that's what it's all about. Are my people, my friends. Pete the Patriot, another great man. And while I've got it on here, I'm going to say this again in a little while, but I'm going to be giving shout outs to people like Pete the Patriot and Dangerous Freedom. Hello, Ron. So glad to see you here, brother. I knew you'd be here. Freedom is not free. DM and History B. I'm going to be shouting out all these people here in just a little while. So let's try to, since we've got people in here, I'm not going to hem haul around and try to pass time. I might as well go ahead and do my preliminaries, get that out of the way, and we can get started here in just a minute. So first of all, I want to thank my subs. I want to thank every person that's ever subscribed to my channel. But I'd like to ask you a favor. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment. I promise I'll either give you a heart or I'll answer you. Hit that bell icon so you'll know when I'm going live. Of course, I go live every Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Excuse me, every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. For some reason, I've been stuck on Thursday all day. But my PayPal information will be somewhere in the chat. Dragon Hills, Spirit Talker. Good to see you. Glad you're here. I want to call out Joshua Conlon. He's not here yet. 3% report. Thank you, brother, for coming. I'm going to try to catch you as you come in here while I'm getting through this preliminary stuff. I don't want to miss anybody. So if I miss you, holler at me. Say something, and I'll try to correct my error. But, you know, I want to thank John Conlon for his great PayPal donation that he made to me this week. I'll admit I haven't had many PayPal donations lately. It's been pretty dry. But Joshua Conlon saw fit to leave me a few dollars, and I'm very grateful. I have a internet phone number that I'll be putting on the screen here in a little while. I guess I can go ahead and play with it now while I'm just getting started here. So here's my internet phone number. Feel free to call me anytime during the day between 7 and 7, and I'll do my very best to answer, and I'll talk to all of you. And, you know, we have patriots like Liberty Smith. I don't see him in here right now. He'll be popping in. He's busy tonight. But we have Dangerous Freedom. Pete the Patriot. I haven't seen Tony in here, but Tony Patriot on Thursday nights. He's a great man. You got to check him out. And you got DM and History B. You can't forget them on Saturday nights. So I'm not giving my shout outs now. I'll do that in a little bit. But I just wanted to touch on these special people. Dude man, top of the evening to you, my brother. Thank you I'll throw that one up there on top just to, oh, sorry about that. I hit the wrong one. The great douchebag said, Charlie Gordon, thank you. I like my name. It was given to me by left-wing anti-American trolls. Perfect, dirtbag. I think that's fantastic. You used to be the douchebag, but now you're the dirtbag. And I have to admit, I like that name better. Um, I might as well tell you a little funny thing there, dirtbag. My mother, bless her heart, just turned 88, but she loves to uh, ask me questions and see what's going on with my channel. And I'll tell you, it's uh, it's it's hard sometimes to talk to her because she doesn't understand names like the Great Dirtbag and uh, Dangerous Freedom, and freedom is not. She doesn't understand that, so I have to explain it to her. But I'm glad she's at least interested. But I got to tell you something, people. I am blessed. I'm blessed beyond belief. I had a phone call today. I answered the call, and it was American Joe. American Joe called me today, and he asked me to be one of his contributors on his 24-hour live stream that he's going to do with Douglas Dakota from the border. From my understanding, they're going to go from one end of the border to the other end. It's going to take 20 days to make this trip. And I'll be honest with you, American Warhorse, thank you, brother. Glad you're here. I love you, Manny. You're a great guy. Charlie Gordon, rail fan. Glad you're here. That's another one I haven't seen. So it's always good to get new people. The more new people I get in here, the better it is for everybody. Because they'll get to see you in here. And they'll go to your channel and you might get a new subscriber. And that's what I'm looking for, are subscribers. I'm looking for people and patriots who feel the same way as I do. But I might as well get started on this. Oh, no, I can't go. Not yet. I just talked about American Joe giving me a spot on his 24-hour live stream. My live stream will be at 8:30 on Tuesday morning. That's my time slot. And I'm going to do my best to stand true to Douglas Dakota and to American Joe. And I'm going to try to talk about the things that I know about the border. And it's going to be a good time. You've got to keep American Joe and Douglas Dakota right there so you can hit them anytime. They're going to be going for 24 hours. They're going to have great patriots, putting their stuff out there. I know Pete will be there. I'm not sure when his time slot is, but he'll be there. CLC in Florida. Ashley, my dear friend, so glad you're here. Let's see, CLC in Florida, another great friend. Glad you're here. You know, I purposely have it set to where I don't know how many people are in my chat. I don't want to know. All I know is the people that I see here, like Spirit Dancer, Freedom for Naught, Do Demand, American Horse, Dangerous Freedom, Pete the Patriot, Do Demand. These are all my friends, and they're all great patriots. No matter if we differ on some things, we stand firm and we stand true on God's, guns, and America. And together we can stand firm on that. But, you know, I want to talk to you just a little bit about this demon rap party. And it's probably going to have a lot of stuff in here tonight about them because, people, that's all that's in the news. I try to search for things that you haven't heard, you know, but there's so much out there today. It's all about, you know, Congress and the Senate and the president and phone calls and presidents of other countries, impeachment, you know. So I'm just going to try to get through this as quick as I can and make it as painless as possible. Battery addiction, I'm glad you're still here, brother. I haven't seen you before, but I'm glad you're here. I want to talk to you a little bit how Pelosi has fell off of her high horse. She fell right off of her high horse as Speaker of the House. And instead now she's riding in a wagon that's being pulled by the four horsewomen of the apocalypse. And I'm talking about Ilhan Omar. I'm talking about AOC. I'm talking about Rashida Tlaib. She's got a brother I'm going to talk about here in just a minute. But her name is Rashida Tlaib. And then you have that Annie Ann Presley, or however she says her first name, I don't know. She's probably the most racist person in America. This Annie Ann Presley, people check her out. She is nothing but trouble for we patriots. But you know, Pelosi, like I said, is fallen from her high horse because she fell to the wiles of the four horsewomen of the apocalypse and to the idiot, demon rat, socialist left, the progressives. And you see, Skeletor's, I like to call her that, Skeletor Pelosi. You know, Skeletor's decision to go for impeachment is just another witch hunt that will also go nowhere. You know, what I don't understand is there could be 100% of the House, Republicans and Democrats. They could all vote to impeach, but it has to go to the GOP Senate. The GOP Senate's not going to put anything in front of the president that is detrimental to his presidency, the United States of America. We patriots, they're not going to allow, no matter if it's 100% in the House, our Senate will stop the impeachment process. It's not like it was with Bill Clinton. This is a different horse and it's a different game. They're playing up against the best and they don't know what they're doing. And I'm going to try to give you a little bit of an idea. They're trying to impeach him on his communications with the president of the Ukraine. Well, let me tell you just a little history on the country of the Ukraine and our U.S. government. You know, except for creepy Joe Biden, the pedophile, this whole thing would never have started. Biden put a noose around his own neck, and he's done it really good this time. Because by bragging on national television how he forced the firing of a prosecutor who was investigating his son, Hunter Biden, in the Ukraine. He told the Ukraine, here's what he did. I'm not even going to look at my script. I know this. What he did was he called the president and he says, in 6 hours, I am getting on Air Force Two and I'm leaving the Ukraine. If you don't fire this prosecutor who is prosecuting my son, then I'm going to withhold billions of dollars of financial aid that should be coming to you. People, what does that sound like to you? Is it coercion? Is it bribery? It's at least threatening. Threatening to do something politically because you didn't do something judicially. That's not right in America. Oh, Biden has never been right with America. He was never right as the vice president. He's never been right as a senator. If you'll remember this creepy Uncle Joe pedophile Biden back years ago, who was his mentor? His mentor was the same person that was the mentor of Hillary Rotten Clinton. I'm going to tell you, Senator Byrd, was no true American. This man was a licensed and a high member of the KKK. But yet they supported him and he was their mentor. People, do you see where the demon rats are coming from? They've been corrupt since the beginning, and they're more corrupt now with these socialist progressive ideas from these new freshman congressmen or congresswomen, if you'll have it. I'm not sure that either one of them, any of the four, are women. I think they're demons. And I don't know if demons actually have a sexuality. I really don't know that. But, except for this creepy uncle pedophile Joe Biden, this whole thing would never have started, just like I said. Biden threatened to hold financial aid to the Ukraine if the attorney wasn't fired in 6 hours. Biden bragged on national television, and he said, the SOB actually did it, laughing about it. That is no way for a vice president to act. Anyway, Biden is in a heap of trouble because now all of this crap they're trying to put on Trump is going to fall directly on Biden's head. He's going to have to answer, he's going to have to answer for what he did in the Ukraine with the president and this lawyer, for his son, no doubt. So anyway, we're going to get in here. Charlie Gordon, Relfin, glad you're here. Pete the Patriot, Dirtbag, DM, glad y'all are here. But I want to talk about something like this. Have y'all ever seen this before? Huh? You ever seen that gesture? Okay, everything's good. Good deal. No problem. Right? Well, that's not the way it works with the demon right left. Because out of Los Angeles, the Anti-Defamation League has determined that the OK hand signal is a radical racist symbol. So now if you give somebody the OK, then you're a racist. Do you see what they're doing? The OK hand gesture is a racist gesture used by Americans. Get this. Well, I'm getting upset already and can't talk. The OK gesture, racist gesture used by Americans, are only used by conservative extremists. While not everyone means the gesture to be hateful, the OK sign has been co-opted by the alternative right. And we use it. Yeah, we co-opted it. It means okay. But according to the Anti-Defamation League of California, many white supremacists use this OK symbol as a sincere expression of white supremacy worldwide. The ADL also believes that the law enforcement and the public need to be fully informed about the true racism that's connected to this OK hand gesture. I'm a racist because I say OK. It serves as a lot of warning, and it's a sign to the presence of haters in the community and schools and all aspects of conservative America. So now we can't give the OK hand gesture. How sick is that? I'm going to tell you. The slogan diversity is something that the left uses all the time. But actually it means white genocide of all other races, and has also been, get this, it's also been banned by the California ADL, like I said, as a calling card of hate from the right. So now we can't say, okay, can't say that no more. It's racist. You know, we on the conservative right are being attacked on every issue by the cancer growing in the hearts and the minds of the liberal left. And that's a fact. You know, I still can't understand the rhetoric from these Democrats. I can't think like a liberal. I don't know how to think like a liberal. And I don't intend to start. But we need to see how the left is demonizing American patriots. You and me and the president. We're demonized all the time. Someone please explain to me how long we're going to be dictated to by these leftist extremists who hate America and anything good in America, to include you and me and our president. Even now, we can't use the OK gesture as anything except a racist symbol because the demon rat said so. Do you see where I'm coming from? It's a sick and sad thing that we allow ourselves to be dictated to by these demon rats. It's time we got a pair. It's time we stood up. People like Candace Owens, she stands up every day. I love watching her YouTube videos. I'm going to tell you, this woman is a true patriot. She warms my heart. And when I hear her talking the truth of America, I'll tell you what, it brings a tear to my eye. It really does. To see a black woman who is accused of being a white supremacist. Can you imagine that? How can a black woman or a black man who happens to be a conservative American, a patriot, how can they be called racist against their own people? It makes no sense. And that's what the demon rats do all the time. They make no sense. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to jump off of the demon rats for a minute, and I'll get back on them later. But I have to break this stuff up. I can't just run down these demon rats because there's so many of them, and there's so much to say. So I thought I would change the topic just a little bit in the middle, and I would shout out DM, Pete the Patriot, Effie Loves America, glad you're here. Six String Gunner still here, the great dirtbag, my friend Jeff Brandau, American Warhorse, and Dennis Lawson, glad you're here, along with Spirit Talker, Spirit Dancer, Dangerous Freedom. You're all in here, and I'm grateful. This topic may turn your stomachs. I started to do this topic as a little bit of levity, you know, to have a little fun with. But the more I read it and the more I wrote, the more I understand that this is serious. This topic may turn your stomach. So if you have a weak stomach, turn away. I'm going to tell you now because I'm going to talk to you because everything you've ever been told is a lie. I'm going to give you some of the very disturbing information on what is put into your bodies with fast food restaurants. You may barf up your lunch after hearing these facts, because I'm going to tell you, it's not just McDonald's, it's Wendy's, it's Burger King, it's every single one of them, Jack in the Box or whatever you might have where you live. All of these fast food places get their food from the same suppliers. Wonder which one of those you had to eat today. I'm sure that some of us had fast food. Certainly not I. Because I promise you, I will never eat fast food again. Ever. I will never eat their garbage. Ever again. We have over 263,944 fast food restaurants in America with over $100 billion worth of revenue. That's a lot of money, people. That's a lot of money for any group of people. Well, let me tell you, it's not what you think. 8 out of 10 Americans eat fast food on a regular basis. And no wonder. With all the commercials on TV, and the marketing of fast food, they throw it out there all the time. But before you eat that Big Mac, let's evaluate what's really going on with fast food. For example, the fast food eggs that you eat every morning, the ones that you love to have with a little cheese and maybe sausage or bacon, those eggs that you eat every morning at fast food restaurants. These eggs contain the same ingredients found in shaving cream. They have the same ingredients as soap. The same silicone that is in silly putty. You ever played with silly putty as a kid? You know, it's a putty you can mash and play with. You can mash it on your comic book and it'll show the picture on your on the silly putty. Well, that's what you're eating. It's all put into your eggs. And you know, even some of the substances in eggs are used in concrete. Could you believe that? You're eating your morning egg biscuit or whatever it is you have from a fast food restaurant. You're eating silicone. You're eating the byproducts of concrete. This is the real trigger right here. Chicken nuggets. Y'all like chicken nuggets? I used to love them. A little bit of honey mustard and it was good to go. A good quick fix for a hungry stomach. But never again. Because chicken McNuggets are mechanically separated meat. Get this. It's a mixture of bones. It's a mixture of the very carcass of a chicken. Once they take out the breast and the legs and the thighs, the liver and the gizzard to sell, they take the remaining carcass that's laying there, which is nothing but a hunk of skin and bone. They take that and they mix it. The beaks, eyeballs, tongue, everything, ass, your butthole, everything else included. That's what you're eating in a chicken McNugget. You know, this process is a slime, and it's molded into a nugget. It's breaded and fried, and we eat it every day. McDonald's denies these claims, but here's the true story of the McNuggets from an employee of McDonald's. The employee said, one day I left a bag of 100 nuggets on the counter for a long time. He said when he went back to get them, to fry them, that they actually melted into a pool of goo. If you don't believe this man, go get some McNuggets that aren't cooked and watch them turn to goo in a few hours. They do, because it's nothing but a mixture of soylent green chicken. You know, it looks nothing like a McNugget after you let it sit out for a while raw. It's proving the mechanical processes that McDonald's uses in their nuggets. It's nothing but a mixture of every piece of meat you would never eat. I know in Russia, I know that because I used to drive a truck and I pulled a refrigerated van and I hauled chicken feet to the coast down in Mississippi to put on a big ship going to Russia. So I know they eat chicken feet. So what? That's a chicken foot. But they're taking eyeballs, bones, beaks, tongues, rectum, and everything else out of a chicken, and they're putting it in your nuggets. Let's look at the lettuce for a minute. You know, the lettuce on your burger, unsurprisingly, most fast food chains don't even list the true ingredients in their lettuce. Because if they did, nobody would eat it. The truth is that lettuce used in fast food restaurants is dusted with, I'm going to try to get this right, propylene glycol. And that keeps it crisp for days. Glycopropylene is found in antifreeze. And get this, people, it's found in sexual lubricants as well. So now when you go to McDonald's, you're going to be eating sexual lubricant. You're going to be eating glycopropylene or propro, whatever it was I said. But it's the same stuff that you get in your sexual lubricants. Get this one fact. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration says it's acceptable. Everywhere in America, it's acceptable if food sources contain 30 or more fly eggs. Can you believe that? So now you're not just eating garbage that they picked up off the floor. You're eating fly eggs. It says that there are 30 or more fly eggs in every 100 grams of their food. Well, here's what 100 grams equates to. It's 3.527 ounces. That's less than a quarter of a pound. And a quarter of a pound of meat, you can have 30 eggs, fly eggs. And you can have one or more maggots in that same 100 grams. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? People, the FDA says it's okay to feed us maggots and fly eggs. Can you believe that? That's what you get from McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's, Jack in the Box, and all these other places. And if you think I'm lying, look it up for yourself. I don't want to look in the chat and see somebody saying, I don't know what I'm talking about. I did my research. You do yours. If you don't believe me, search it out for yourself. Let's talk Papa John's for a minute. Papa John's pizza. I love Papa John's pizza. I won't have it again. Better ingredients, better pizza, right? That's his slogan. But Papa John's doesn't tell you what the better ingredients are. Papa John's refuses to tell consumers exactly what's in these better ingredients and what they really are. We do know that Papa John's is raising pigs in gestation crates. And you know what a gestation crate is? It's a little bitty pen made out of metal, and it's domed, and it's so long and so wide. Just enough room for a big, large sow pig to get in there and give birth. It's a birthing cage for pigs. But they're using it for more than just giving birth. People, they're taking those baby pigs and they're feeding them to you. All of them. All of the pig. They're not throwing anything away. They use every organ, every piece of tissue, every piece of skin, and every organ in that body. You know, I want to ask you then, if these people are so intent on selling us this good food, this good fast food that's good for us, that's nutritious, why don't they tell us what's in it? Why do I have to go on a website somewhere to search it out? I thought by law you had to put ingredients into the things you serve. Well, maybe they do. A couple. But they'll never tell you exactly what's in there, because if they did, you wouldn't eat it. A.H. Cam, Becky Taylor, Effie Loves America, Jeff Brandau, yeah, LOL Pizza, my brother. DM, follow Pete the Patriot, you're right. And I think I said it already. Since we got more people in here, Ashley, I'm going to say it again. Tuesday morning at 8:30, I'll be going live with American Joe and Douglas Ducote on the border. I'll have 30 minutes, and I'm grateful that he called me today and asked me to participate. And you know, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to have people on YouTube with many more subscribers than I have that even pay attention to what I have to say. Pete the Patriot will also be on there. I'm not sure of his time frame, but I'll be seeing Pete Tuesday night on his live stream. He's going to have me as a guest, I hope. That's what we talked about. That's what we're planning. But you know, I can sit here and look at the chat, and I love it when you people talk to each other. Frankenberry, Crow Minion, Lan M, all these great people that come in here to see me. I'm blessed. And I thank you for being here to listen to my rhetoric. But you know, tonight I want to begin on a series of reports that I plan on doing on certain demon rats in our government. Tonight I want to talk about just a little bit about the bug-eyed fool out of California. Adam Shit. Yeah, I know that's not his real name, but I'm not going to give him the accolades of calling him by his real name, because no matter what he is shit. So we have Adam Schiff. His rhetoric has been discredited by the facts. This bug-eyed Adam Schiff wouldn't know the truth if it hit him in the face. He's a liar to his core. He's evil. Adam Schiff has had a long history of deliberately lying to America. Deliberately, he'll lie to your face, and he'll tell you that his committee had all the proof they needed to prosecute President Trump for Russia collusion. Never mind the Mueller report. His own committee had enough. He said it many times. But you know, he secretly disclosed classified information, and then he openly converted the House Intelligence Committee into his own private partisan opposition group. He's turned our judicial branch, the intelligence branch, into a farce. He's shown himself to be a fierce partisan with absolutely no commitment to the truth. This Adam Schiff has destroyed the much needed trust in our House Intelligence Committee community. This satanic, long-eyed, bug-eyed hater of America should be replaced yesterday. Schiff should never be trusted with sensitive info when it pertains to America. People, I'm going to tell you what, I try not to hate anybody, but it's hard not to really hate these demon rats. They approach us on every turn. They hit our president at every corner. It's never enough for them. You know, and actually the leader of the House Intel community, Adam Schiff, has proven time and time again he doesn't deserve a security clearance. You know, if they were to put him in front of a board today to see if he could pass a security clearance, I doubt that he would even qualify. You know, his pattern of dishonesty and history of non-compliance with the security issues in America and the deliberately unauthorized disclosures are easily proven because he goes out there and he tells you stuff off of the Intel committee that he should never be telling. He's a leaker. He's a con. He's a liar. He's probably a thief. You know, Bill Clinton signed an executive order that dictated the security clearances shall be granted to individuals whose personal and professional history affirmatively indicate loyalty to the United States. They have strength of character. They are trustworthy. They're honest. They're reliable. They have discretion and sound judgment, as well as freedom from conflicting alliances and potential coercion. This was a demon rat president, Bill Clinton, who said that. And now today, in our demon rat party, that's all they do. That's all they do. People, they're going against what the demon rat party used to be. Because now it's the new progressive demon rat party. They're following these four horsewomen of the apocalypse. These four freshman congressmen. Thank God they're not senators. And people, I heard today, and I don't know if I believe it or not, but they say in Minnesota that there are at least 100 Muslims running for office in the state of Minnesota this time around. Can you believe that? 100 of them running almost in every district, every community, all throughout Minnesota. Minnesota, the heartland of America, has become the home of Islam. Plain and simple. That's what it is. What else can you call it? You know, in March, the Republican committee called for Schiff to resign. We wanted that man out of office. The findings of the special counsel conclusively refute Schiff's past and present assertions and have exposed him as a liar. Having abused his position and knowingly promote false information, having damaged the integrity of the committee that he chairs, and undermined the faith of the government institutions in America. He has undermined the Republicans and the public and federal institutions in America beyond belief. Adam Schiff has openly admitted to leaking information from closed Intelligence Committee hearings and testimonies of Donald Trump Jr. in 2017. Remember that? Remember when he leaked the information on Donald Trump Jr.? But Schiff said it's not leaking. It's exposure of Donald Trump Jr.'s non-cooperation and his stonewalling. You know, he stonewalled Schiff. He did. And he should have. And now Schiff is saying he stonewalled the whole intel community. Well, Adam Schiff, you're just one man. You're not the whole dang thing. You just happen to be the chairman, and before long, you won't be that anymore. Adam Schiff has forever tarnished the stellar reputation of the House Intel Committee through his unprofessional, unethical, and blatant leaks and lies to the mainstream media. Now, if you disagree with me on that, call me out. People, I'm not going to lie to you about anything. Everything I bring you, I believe to be the truth, just like that moth that keeps flying around here. Pelosi needs to act now to restore the integrity of Schiff's corrupt House Intel Committee. Schiff should be removed by Pelosi yesterday, his security clearance revoked, and force him out of the Congress altogether. This man needs to be out of our government, along with most of these demon rats. So what are we going to do in 2020? I was listening to Candace Owens today. I love her. And Candace Owens was saying, I love that woman. But she was talking about how she's called a racist. I mentioned that earlier. How can a black woman be a white racist? I mean, you see the craziness coming out of the left. I'm glad all you people are talking to each other. Patty, glad to see you here, P. Hafner. Cornbread, glad you're here. Liberty Smith, I thought I saw him there for a second. Maybe I don't. Lynn M. Freedom is not free. Can't miss this guy. I just saw him. Charlie Gordon, thank you, brother. And Deidre Baker and Sandra Ann McGibbon. Without you people here, Kimberly Frankenberry. If you want to have your name called out, throw me a comment right quick, and I'll do my best to shout you out. Chris Link, Dangerous Freedom. All of you are great people, and I'm glad you're here. But you know, concerning Adam Schiff, today the president called for Adam Schiff to resign the House Intel Committee chairmanship for being fraudulent, for reading a hyperbolic account of Trump's conversation with the president of Ukraine. And, you know, Trump put his stuff out there. He put the whole thing out there for us to see, this conversation that he didn't have to put out there, but he did. And, you know, President Trump continued saying this: Adam Schiff lied and attempted to defraud America and America's public. He's been doing this for 2 years, and I'm calling him to immediately resign from Congress because he is a fraud. But, you know, Schiff read this fabricated account of the president's conversation, and I want to read to you what he wrote. We've all seen the conversation. We've all heard it. We've all read it. But here's what he said that Trump said in that phone call. I have a favor I want from you. This is a quote, people. I'm only going to say this 7 times. How stupid is that? So you better listen good. He's talking to the president of the Ukraine. I want you to make up dirt on my political opponent. You understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? I want lots of it. And I want it on this and that and everything else. The truth is, this Adam shit was desperate. But this time he got caught. Trump's a lot smarter than he is. He knows what to say and when to say it and when not to say something. He's not going to be called on a phone call by this Adam Schiff. How sickening is that? But you know, I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to back off. I've done nothing but read for 45 minutes. And people, I wanted to bring everything to you that I did. But you know, there's people in here that support me, and I want to support them. So if there's somebody in here that has content, I implore you, go check them out. Go look at their channels. You know, watch a video in full. Leave a comment. Hit the like button. And if you like what they're doing, subscribe and hit the bell icon. But give everybody in here at least a chance. We have, let's see, Colleen, good to see you. And I'm winding down. I've got just a few minutes left, but I want to try to hit this one last story. I really don't know if I can do it justice or not. But you know, as the Dems are gearing up for impeachment, their efforts will only bolster Republican unity and assure that President Trump is reelected. You see, by them coming against him, especially at this time in his presidency, coming up to 2020, everything bad they say about Trump is good for Trump. Because the people, the patriots, the conservatives, and even those on the fence can see what these demon rats are doing and how evil and satanic they really are. This is the dumbest move that any of us have ever seen, especially in American politics or in our history. You know, and for that matter, anytime, ever. All of this impeachment talk is a contribution to Trump's re-election campaign. Every time they cut him down, every time they call him names, they're getting his base excited. People like Willman 757, American Warhorse, Colleen O'Sullivan, Dangerous Freedom, the Great Dirtbag. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the Great Douchebag again. Wow, man, I didn't read it close enough. I'm sorry. The Great Douchebag, my dear friend and supporter. I appreciate him. Oh, and I also want to mention Joshua Conlon, and I want to thank him for his PayPal donation this week. It was very kind and very appreciated. You know, the Dems used the fake Russia collusion theme until it ran out, and now it's the Ukraine. They had to get rid of the racist part first. You know, they went from Trump collusion to everybody's a racist, and now it's the Ukraine president and all that kind of crap that's going on. But Trump is colluding. He's not colluding with anyone. If he's colluding with anyone, he's colluding with himself because he's a man of conscience. You know, this crap never ends. The Dems are bad actors, and they're here. And the whole process is to fool American voters to believe their lies and their deceit and their satanic beliefs and abortion. Abortion, abortion, abortion. That's all you hear. Impeach Trump. Impeach, impeach. That's all you hear. You know, we heard that from Rashida Tlaib. The day that she became a congresswoman, her exact words were, "We're going to impeach this MF." And she said the words. She said it on live news. You see, she can't even speak without using expletives. None of these demon rats can hold their own against a patriot or Donald Trump. You know, this is the dumbest move we've ever seen in American politics, and we'll probably never see it again, I hope. Attacking the president is unifying this party. They're unifying us patriots to vote in 2020. The Dems used this fake Russia collusion theme until it ran out, and now it's the Ukraine. He's colluded with this and he's colluded with that. This crap is nothing but demon rat rhetoric. That's all it is. Thankfully, American voters like us are too smart to fall for these democratic lies. And time again, the Dems show their true colors. They don't care about country, God, or family. They care about taking down a sitting president. And that's all they care about. Taking down this president. Taking down our border walls. Taking down our education system. Putting everybody on welfare. That's what it's all about, people. Open borders, free school. But we on the right are hindering and holding people back because we're not giving them the freebies that the Dems think they deserve. The left doesn't care about what is important in America. The left have completely lost sight of what is important in our wonderful country called the United States of America. And all they're doing is forcing impeachment on our sitting president. You know, the Dems just can't get over the defeat of 2016. And they've got people like Hillary Clinton. She's still in there somewhere, people. She ain't gone away. And it wouldn't surprise me one bit if a month before the election, she throws her name in the hat again. But I don't know how she's going to do all this with an ankle monitor. I hope she's wearing one. I hope that somewhere down the road, before 2022, I hope we see some heads roll. I hope we see Hillary Clinton and John Podesta and Comey and McCabe and all of these bad actors. Brennan, Clapper, Strzok and Page, you know, the two ugly lovers. They had to love each other because they're too ugly for anyone else to love. Did you ever look at her horse face? She's even uglier than Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I'm sure he had to throw a flag over her head or put a mask on her or something. She's so damn ugly. But Peter Strzok evidently thought she was really cool. But see, that's what we have in the Demon Rat Party. We have a party of fools. Just like Ilhan Omar. My 88-year-old mother came up to me today. I got to tell you this. It was funny. I was sitting here doing my research and writing. She came in and she says, "Did you hear that Ilhan Omar is being divorced?" And I said, "Yeah, I heard that. Because she's dating this staffer that she has. I guess she's screwing him and took him away from her wife, his wife, rather. But now she's still married. I thought she was divorced. But today it came out her brother is going to finally divorce her. Did you hear what I said? Her brother is going to finally divorce her. And see, people, she married her brother because he could not come here from Somalia legally without being married to an American citizen. So she married her brother. And they've been married for quite a while. Now, I don't know how it is in Somalia, but I honestly believe that in America, in order for a marriage to be a complete and true marriage, you have to consummate that marriage. I don't know if she did or not. All I know is she married her brother. So if she consummated the marriage, well, then she's also incestual. She believes in incest. So here's what we have in our Congress, people. We have Ann Presley, who is the biggest racist that ever walked the face of the earth. She hates white people. She hates white babies. She hates anything that's Caucasian. If you're not black, she hates you. And that's a fact. Check her out. Look her up. See what she says. I want you to check me out. I don't want you to take my word for everything. Check me out. See if I'm telling you the truth. I promise you I am. And then you have Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Come on, what is she? A failed bartender and waitress. And here she is now, spewing her hate in Congress. Tlaib, Rashida Tlaib, the one who called President Trump an MF the day she got elected. What kind of patriot is she? And then you have Ilhan Omar that I just talked about marrying her brother, and now they're finally getting a divorce. Isn't that something, people? This is the demon rat party that I'm trying to talk to you about. These are the four horsewomen of the apocalypse of the demon rat party. They rode in on big horses, making a lot of noise, and they're still making noise. They try to make noise with Israel. They try to make noise with everything our president does and everything that we conservatives believe in. I'm not going to sit here for a minute and pretend that I don't hate some people. I know it's not right to hate, and I ask forgiveness every day for my Lord and Savior, because I do have severe dislike that sometimes does open up the door of hate, and I can't help it. When I see America being destroyed from within, when I see socialism thrown in our face at every turn, when I see Muslim beliefs and Sharia law being thrown in our face and brought into our communities, and no-go zones for policemen in these places, you think it's not happening? It is. It's not only happening over in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, all these other places, Yemen. That's where the women are downtrodden and held down by the Muslim faith. You know, even killing your daughter is okay in Sharia law. You know, if she doesn't marry the man that you tell her to marry, or she has sex before marriage, you can kill her. And people, they do it right here in America in these no-go zones. Because Sharia law is exactly what every Muslim in America wants. Don't be fooled. Don't think for a minute, because they get up there and they talk about America being their home and all this crap. Don't believe that crap for a minute. There are some really good Muslims in America. I'll give you that. I'm not downing every Muslim. I'm talking about the radical extremist, the jihadist in America, like Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib. Come on, people. Let's be honest. America is going to hell in a handbasket, and we've got to stop it. Trump's doing his best. He can't do it all. The man is covered up with agendas and meetings and everything he has to do every day, and decisions that he has to make to keep America free. But you and I, we need to vote these people out of office. We need to go to the polls, and we need to rally hard and get rid of all these demon rats and vote a straight Republican ticket. I'm not really into voting a straight Republican ticket. I think we ought to vote on each individual as we see fit, and how we have critiqued them and what they believe, and do their beliefs go along with my beliefs? Is this somebody I want to support? But I'm going to tell you, people, in 2020, if you vote anything but a straight Republican ticket, you're opening the doors for more of this hate, this Muslim crap they're trying to push down our throat. The open borders, free schools, free housing, free food. Bring in the illegals. Let's kill our babies. Let's kill all the black babies. 18 million of them dead since 1973. Let's kill all those. But let's bring in those illegal aliens. Well, American Joe and Douglas Ducote are going to the border, and they're going to go the full 2,000 miles, and they're going to cross that border from one end to the other. And they're going to bring to you and I what's happening there in real time. People, pay attention. It's 9 o'clock. I'm going to get out of here in a minute, but I can't tell you enough. You have to be available and willing to watch American Joe and Douglas Ducote. And if I can get this right without, I don't think I have it wrote down here. Yes, I do. It's www.bordercommand.com. Bordercommand.com. This is their website. This is where they'll be streaming. So go to the www.bordercommand.com. Check them out. They're going to be bringing you all the information from the border that you never hear. And in the meantime, they're going to have a lot of great patriots that are doing 30-minute stints for a 24-hour period. So check them out. I'll tell you what, Douglas Ducote, American Joe are great patriots. And we can be great patriots too. Let's support them in their efforts. Let's go with them from the first mile of that border wall to the last mile in California. Or maybe they're coming from California to the east. I don't know where they're starting. But wherever they start, in California or Texas, it doesn't matter. We have to support them. We need to let these people know that we have their back. And we're glad and we're grateful for the effort that they make to bring us all this information. People, I've went too long. I'm a minute over. I'm not locked into an hour, but out of respect for other channels who may want to go live at 9 o'clock, I step aside after an hour. I could probably go for another half hour. But people, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Thank you for giving me your time. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you, because without you, there is no Deplorable Bobby YouTube channel. And I am grateful. And I want to bring you the truth. I don't want to bring you lies. My phone number, I'm going to stick it up here right quick, because I want you to call me on this phone number between the hours of 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. And I promise you I will answer. If I don't answer, I'm taking a shower or I've walked out of the room, but I will call you back, I promise. So use this number, 404-900-1777. Call me. Let's talk about it. Let's do a panel. You know, let's have some fun together. And let's make this an exciting event for all of us. I don't know which night I'm gonna do it, but I've been talking to Pete the Patriot and Disabled Vets Perspective and Tony Patriot and a few others. And I do 3 shows a week. So I'm thinking about one of my shows being a call-in, pardon me, not a call-in, but a panel with another great patriot. I've already got confirmations from Pete the Patriot and Disabled Vets Perspective. I want to talk to Liberty Smith and Dangerous Freedom. I want to talk to One Dirty Rotten Imbecile. I want to talk to CLC in Florida. I want to talk to anybody who's willing to come on live with me for an hour, and let's talk about the issues of the day or whatever you want to talk about. So if you think that I should do that, if I could one day a week, or one night a week, should I say, have a panel and have one of our great patriots, Exploring Ginger. Thank you for being here. I haven't seen you before. I want DM to come and History Beat. You know, I want everybody in here that has content, or if you have a message, even if you don't have content, if you have a message to give to America and you'd like to voice that opinion on my show, call me at this number. We'll set up a time. It's going to be great, people, I promise you. We can do this together. I've been doing it alone for a long time. But thanks to technology, now I have StreamYard, and I'm learning a little bit slowly. So we're going to get this thing together, and we're going to have a great channel. And we're going to have great participation and great patriots participating. So I want to thank you one more time for being here tonight. My name's Deplorable Bobby, and this is the way I see it. But before I go, I'd like to say a prayer. Dear God, Heavenly Father, Lord, I lift up my eyes to you tonight. Lord, thanking you for the many blessings that you give me that I don't deserve. Lord, thank you so much for these people here tonight. Lord, thank you for giving them the idea that I might have something good to say, Lord. Lord, I try. I have so many bad things to bring, but Lord, I try to glorify your name no matter what. Lord, you are the God of all. You sent us your Son, the Savior, Jesus Christ, who died and resurrected. He rose again, and he is our Savior. God, I thank you for that. Go with us tonight as we go our way. Go with each and every person here in this chat. Bless them. And as I always say, Lord, lead us, guide us, direct us in the way that you would have us to go. And Lord, may we always reverence your holy name. In Jesus' name I pray these things. So be it, and amen. Everybody, I thank you for being here. I went 6 minutes over. I love you. And I will see you Sunday night. But in the meantime, what happened to the women's rights? What women's rights? I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, Sky Watcher's here too. Good night, everybody. I love you. I'll see you Sunday night. And y'all be thinking about what night I should do my panels. And maybe Sunday night you can give me an idea, and we'll talk about it then. I love you. God bless you. And God bless America. God bless our president. Remember our children. Remember the trafficked, the abused, the aborted. Everybody have a good night. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to let somebody else come on, and y'all have a good night. And I'll see you Sunday.